Senator Coons.
Thank you, Chairman Hagerty, Ranking Member Reed. Thank you, Administrator Loeffler. Good to be with you again. It is unfortunate we don't have in front of us a full budget. That's the case of all the appropriations subcommittees on which I serve. What's the timeline on which you'll be providing us with an actual budget for us to review and work with you on?
Senator, we hope to have it to you in the coming weeks. I don't have a hard deadline for you, but as soon as we have it, we will be providing that to you.
As you can imagine, it's sort of difficult for us to do our work if the budget hasn't arrived and we can't have it in front of us. I think my small home state is typical. Small businesses are 98% of all the businesses and employ 2/3 of our workforce, and the SBA is crucial for those who want to start a new business. It provides a great resource for new and existing businesses, and I want to briefly at the outset recognize the service of Michelle Harris, the SBA State Director, who is retiring after 35 years of federal service and who dedicated her career to lots of small businesses. I am concerned by actions you've taken to cut over 40% of the workforce at SBA and close regional offices. And from what we have in the skinny budget, you're proposing fairly significant cuts to an agency that I think does very important work. I wanted to focus for a moment, if I could, on a small but mighty part of SBA, which is the SCORE program. SCORE, as you know, was founded in my hometown of Wilmington by DuPont volunteers, and it is the definition of an efficient government program. There are 10,000 SCORE volunteers all over the country in every SBA office and district that help new small businesses launch. In fact, last year, these 10,000 volunteers helped launch 63,000 small businesses. And Congress appropriated $17 million to it. With a full-year continuing resolution, this program should receive another $17 million. In your confirmation hearing, you agreed you'd want to work on a bipartisan reauthorization of this program. And the most recent study said that for every dollar we appropriate to SCORE, it generates $45 just in new federal tax revenue. So I think this is a wonderful program, well worth saving. I understand you're here defending a budget that is not complete or finished and that may reflect choices not your own. Just that's always true. Could you provide us with an update on the funding that's been appropriated and whether it's being dispersed? And tell me anything about how you see SCORE fitting into the mission of the agency to deliver highly efficient and effective support for small business.
Senator, thank you for your question, and congratulations, Michelle. And Senator, I also want to thank you for your support of the Made in America manufacturing bill. Look, as I've traveled across the country and done dozens of roundtables with our resource partners that provide technical assistance, be it SCORE, Women's Business Centers, our small business development centers, and others, I've seen a fair amount of confusion by small businesses about who they should be working with. And within the budget constraints, it's important that we unify and streamline this agency so that small businesses have the benefit of going direct to the agency, which we have 1,000 small business development centers that operate across the country that provide direct access to our resource partners as well as direct access to our lenders and the SBA. And so those SBDCs are critical in delivering those services to our small businesses. And we think that unifying and streamlining it will create a better user experience for our small businesses and have more accountability for taxpayers of eliminating overlapping services that often result in confusion for our borrowers.
But if I might, I think SCORE fits a unique niche in that it is seasoned, experienced, often retired business executives, people who've got personal experience financing, running, whether it's a manufacturing business, a service business, and at very little cost to the federal government, they provide a service. I hear you on the potentially, we could debate it, confusing array of different centers and missions, but I think SCORE fits a unique window. If I might, with your forbearance, one more question, Mr. Chairman. We also discussed during your confirmation hearing the SBIR program. I recently introduced with Senator Curtis the Ramp for Innovators Act, which expedites the application process, improves technical and business assistance, and focuses more on commercialization. Some have rightfully criticized SBIR grants as leading to circular not moving towards the workplace, this is a bill that Senator Rubio and I previously worked on. SBA plays a critical role in the success of SBIR. Can you assure us when we get your full budget that your agency will have the staffing to successfully implement this valuable program that takes research and innovation to the marketplace?
Senator, we've been reviewing the SBIR program, and we feel that it's languished in the last 4 years and needs attention to achieve the important aims of the program so that critical technologies can be brought to market. And in this, a reauthorization year for SBIR, I look forward to working with you and your office to understand how those programs can be strengthened across all agencies that utilize this important effort. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.